Hello and good day, welcome to our YouTube channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be a fast, concise overview. Book of Leviticus, chapter 25. Let's get started now. The Book of Leviticus is known for its extensive laws and regulations, but it also contains narratives that highlight the importance of these laws in the lives of the Israelites. One such narrative is found in Leviticus chapter 25, which discusses the laws of the Sabbath year and the Year of Jubilee. The chapter begins with God commanding Moses to tell the Israelites that they are to observe a Sabbath year every 7 years. During this year, they are to let the land rest and not sow or harvest crops. Whatever grows during this time is to be considered communal property and is to be shared among the people, including the poor, the stranger, and the livestock. The purpose of the Sabbath year is to allow the land to rest and to remind the Israelites that the land belongs to God, not to them. After 7 cycles of 7 years, 49 years, the 50th year is to be celebrated as the Year of Jubilee. In this year, all debts are to be forgiven, all slaves are to be set free, and all property is to be returned to its original owners. This includes land that may have been sold or leased to others. The Year of Jubilee is a time of release and renewal, and it reminds the Israelites that they are not to oppress one another, and that all people are equal in the eyes of God. The lesson and teaching application of Leviticus 25 can be seen in several areas. Trusting in God's provision. The Sabbath year and the Year of Jubilee remind us that we are ultimately dependent on God for our sustenance and well-being. We can work hard and take care of the land, but ultimately it is God who provides for us. By taking a year of rest and letting the land lie fallow, we are showing our trust in God's provision and care for us. Caring for the marginalized. The laws of the Sabbath year and the Year of Jubilee show us that God cares for the poor, the stranger, and the oppressed. By sharing our resources and releasing people from debt and slavery, we are demonstrating our care for those who are vulnerable and in need. Living in community. The laws of the Sabbath year and the Year of Jubilee also remind us that we are not meant to live in isolation but in community. We are called to share our resources and look out for one another, rather than hoarding what we have and exploiting others for our own gain. Justice and equality. The Year of Jubilee is a powerful symbol of justice and equality. By forgiving debts and returning property to its original owners, we are acknowledging that all people are equal in the eyes of God and that no one should be oppressed or exploited. We are also reminded that everything ultimately belongs to God and that we are merely stewards of what He has given us. Stewardship. The laws of the Sabbath year and the Year of Jubilee also remind us of our responsibility to care for the earth and its resources. We are called to be good stewards of the land and to use its resources wisely and responsibly, rather than exploiting it for our own gain. In summary, Leviticus 25 teaches us important lessons about trusting in God's provision, caring for the marginalized, living in community, promoting justice and equality, and practicing good stewardship of the earth's resources. These principles are just as relevant today as they were in ancient times and can help us to live more meaningful and fulfilling lives. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.